Yeah, we're ready. All right,
I didn't
guys.
see you looking at me.
All right, guys. Maddie has that
Radio.
look of disappointment. The owl is looking at you as in disappointment. Okay. All right, guys. We are the Knights of Kweh, and this is going to be the Tales of Kweh podcast. My name is J.R Warlock. In game, I'm known as Artorias Abysswalker. I stole that from Dark Souls. Fight me. And over there, we got what was? Oh, I can't pronounce it, dude. It's Guy.
It's TJ, 2 letters.
TJ, 2 letters.
Yarr.
And your in-game name is the one I can't pronounce.
Guyon Rubis.
Guyon Rubis. Fucking name-generated name.
Yes, I went to the internet and used a random name generator.
Next to him, we got Diane, Helios Stormborn. I'm guessing that one's from a name generator too.
No,
Oh.
it's I got it from Legend of Zelda, and then the second name is from Game of Thrones.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And then we got Maddie.
Hey.
If I can click on you, it won't let me click on you because the minion's in the way, and I stood up. Anyway, in game.
Real boxer, and the notes is just like, and then I stood up.
That's staying there.
What was
And it is Ras Crow, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. And where did that one come from? I want to know the story behind that one real quick.
I just created it.
Okay.
I like it.
Cool story, bro.
Thank you.
And then we got
I'm next.
And then
I'm
we got
next. I'm next.
the big guy waving his arm, Colton. And I can't even pronounce your name either.
Afrekta Acrobat.
Afrekta Acrobat.
He's a transformer.
He's a trend.
It's true.
And be mindful of the little minions running around.
I killed mine.
Yeah, same.
Yours is on the floor.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, this is the Tales of Kweh podcast. We are in Shirogane, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's our house.
In the House of Kweh.
Shirogane, within Kugane, within Final Fantasy.
In the land of Eorzea.
No, that's not this place.
This is Eorzea.
No, that's a different continent.
No. This is Eorzea.
Oh, rip.
Anyway, this is the House of Kweh. We're upstairs.
The Knights of Kweh, for the Tales of Kweh.
Everything is Kweh.
Kweh!
Oh, we got a movie chandelier? I didn't even know that. I haven't been in here in a while, so I'm discovering new things as I go. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Slightly depressed.
Yeah. That's kind of how life goes. All right, so
Well, let's not dwell on the negative.
yeah. So this podcast is just gonna be whatever, right?
All right, TJ, leave
Like-
the room.
Thank you.
This is better now. We can continue.
All right, now we can get to the real stuff. God damn it!
Wait, I forgot to sit down. Ah!
Oh, whoa.
Hey,
No.
it's this kind of podcast. All right.
No.
Hey, what's up, good looking? You come here often?
I'm gonna have to tag this for mature audiences only.
We're gonna get demonetized.
I don't want to get demonetized on my first podcast video.
We have to have viewers to get demonetized.
Oh,
All right, so yeah, this podcast isn't gonna be anything specific. It can be whatever we want to talk about: games, movies, music, personal
did you
life.
say you had a topic?
I do have a topic. It says I was reading about Fortnite, and everybody knows how popular it is, right? Recently broke
Yeah.
records and shit.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Downloading it right now. Drake played Fortnite.
Yeah. No, what I was reading though was pretty interesting. I don't know if TJ read this. He keeps up on gaming news too. Like everybody's fucking playing that game. Even people who've never played video games are jumping on it since it came out on
Like that
mobile
rapper,
too.
yeah.
And all these celebrities are playing it. So what I was reading, some people were commenting that it's not even about the game. It's just a trend. It has turned into a trend.
That reminds me of Pokemon Go, actually.
Yeah, same thing with Pokemon Go. Like it just came out, everybody just jumped on it just to try to be popular and fit in, I guess, or whatever.
I think games have reached a point where it's not so much about the game itself, but as what it conveys. Like, for example, Pokemon Go here in my country, everyone was playing it, like from my sister to my parents, and they have never ever touched a game before. So it was like a social thing. I guess the same thing applies to Fortnite, you know?
Yeah, but Fortnite though, like celebrities are jumping in, and I don't know. I just feel like it's becoming more of a trend than just people playing it because it's a cool game and everything.
I do agree with Maddie though. Like I think games used to be something that were like ostracized or kind of like maybe looked down upon in some way, and they've gone past that now. Like everybody fucking plays games now. Like if you have a cell phone, you have games on your phone, so everybody is exposed to games. And I think Fortnite hits on honestly what a lot of mobile games do. Very quick, in and out, free to play. Doesn't have to have like a subscription to play if you're playing on PC. If you have Xbox, you have to have Xbox Live or PlayStation,
it's
PlayStation
free.
Plus.
Yeah,
exactly. It's free. Like I think it hits on a lot of things like mobile games do, and I feel like that's why it's so popular. Because everyone fucking plays mobile games in some way.
yeah. Like when we first started playing it, like it was just cool. It was just a game. But now all of a sudden these celebrities are jumping in, and now everybody wants to be playing it. I don't know. It's like the first game that I've seen that's really done that, other than Pokemon Go. Like,
So we're hipsters now.
yeah. Like I haven't seen
DJ's
that.
always been a hit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in any other game. Like that's the kind of thing that kind of surprised me and threw me off a little bit. I just thought it was
I don't
pretty
know.
cool. Like it's turning into like a trend almost. Like even people who never played games are playing this.
Other celebrities also play games. One, Chrissy Teigen plays Animal Crossing.
I don't even know who Chrissy Teigen is.
John Legend's wife. All right.
I don't know who that is.
John Lemon?
I'm kidding.
John Lennon. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. Do you think other games can be like that too eventually? Or like people are gonna start seeing that and try to copy it?
Fortnite?
Yeah, like
Oh, 100%.
I don't know if
There's mock games on the market already.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about like people make a game and then try to get all these celebrities in on it just to make it popular, I guess.
I mean,
'Cause that's
yeah.
Because a lot of people, like I said, that I've talked to, like people at work that are playing it, they don't even really like the game or know about it.
Are they just playing?
They're
it
just
on
playing-
The, on the
they're-
hopes of maybe like doing something cool and getting like internet famous for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, like they see all these people, like these rappers, especially. That's the most recent one that happened, I guess.
Yeah, with Drake and Ninja.
Yeah, they see that they're playing Fortnite, and they're like, we
Didn't-
gotta go play it too. Like,
Didn't Ninja get in trouble for saying a racial slur or something?
He did.
yeah, and that kind of happened too. I was like, and now they're on him and everything. So, I don't know. I just feel like gaming, like these kinds of games, are just turning into
Probably a
trends.
Nazi. But
Oh my god.
no, it's like I think TJ had a point. It's like, oh, they're video games that used to be ostracized, but now it's like, oh, it's cool to play video games because I see cool people doing it, like Drake playing Fortnite.
It's like comic books, right? So like I played video games, read comic books as a kid, and of course like that was not the cool thing to do.
Right.
Now and I'm not saying the Marvel movies are bad. Like I love the Marvel movies that do, but like now that those have come out, and honestly shows like Big Bang Theory have come out, it has made being nerdy cool. Or like the in thing to do. So like everyone fucking loves comic books. How many people do I see wearing Deadpool shirts or Captain America shirts or
Right.
this and that? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's now cool. It's all right to do.
Yeah.
Do even nerds exist anymore?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard people make fun of other people for
They're
not
called
liking that kind of
neckbeards
stuff.
now.
Wait, hold on. There's too many people talking. What?
No, what I was saying is that I've heard people like make fun of people or like call people out for not liking that kind of stuff now, as before you were called out for
Yeah.
liking that, you know?
And
Yeah.
Maddie said, "Do nerds exist anymore?" I said, "Yeah, those are like the neckbeard, milady kind of
Oh.
stuff."
Well, I mean, I
My
would
lady.
say that there are
Milady.
really like levels to it, right? So like everyone here is now by proxy of like we'll go back to the Marvel movies and Marvel fan, right?
Yeah.
Who says that everybody can agree that they have watched at least one Marvel movie that they have enjoyed and chuckled at and felt genuine joy while watching.
Right. Yeah.
But how many here at this table have actually have read a comic, like from start to finish, an entire story arc?
Me?
I've read
A Marvel comic, I should say.
a
Yeah.
few comics, but it was way like back when I was younger. Not
say
any
that-
recently.
And there's nothing like what I'm getting at is most people who like do go to these Marvel movies are like, and this isn't meant as a bad thing. They're like your casual fans. You know, they're supporting the business and they're driving revenue to these businesses so they can continue to make more comics. Where like your hardcore fans like me,
Mhm.
I'm okay with that because that means the more people that go see fucking Doctor Strange number 15 or whatever in theaters means I'm gonna get more Doctor Strange comics 20 years from now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I guess.
And-
But sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Going back to the topic of Fortnite, what does that mean for the gaming industry? There's so many celebrities and non-gamers. If that sounds so like elitist, but what does it mean for them to start getting into the gaming? You know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to lead into also. Like, what does that mean for future games? Are they going to try to replicate the same thing? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Like
I have mixed
when you
feelings
say
on it.
replicate, do you mean like the same formula that Fortnite has, or the like the appeal that celebrities want to come in and play?
Yeah,
it?
the appeal, like, because I've, to be honest, I don't know. I guess if I haven't been paying attention or not, I've never seen like a bunch of celebrities come out and say they want to go play this game,
I mean,
and like jump on Twitch and start streaming themselves and all that stuff. So
Hey, most of the times they're too busy, I feel.
yeah, I mean, really, the only time you see like a celebrity, I think, play a game is when it's at an event. It's sponsored. You know, I think Jamie Foxx and Justin Timberlake or something did something with Battlefield 1 when it was first announced.
yeah, they had a whole tournament and everything. I think it
Yeah,
was at E3.
Snoop Dogg was in the not the most recent Call of Duty, but like a few of them before that. Like,
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
it's more sponsored, but it seems like Fortnite is bringing out a natural, like, organic
So-
interest in the game.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I think people are going to replicate it. I mean, literally after, I mean, PUBG. Let's give credit where credit's due. Like that's really what kind of started this whole forest fire of battle royale games.
Yeah, now you got, instead of Xbox versus PS4, now you got PUBG versus Fortnite.
It's gonna be
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now they're well. You know, this just came to me. Do you think that battle royale modes are so? MOBAs were kind of a trend, right? Everyone
Yeah.
had a MOBA. MOBAs were on everything. You saw MOBAs on your cell phone. You saw MOBAs on your Xbox,
Yeah.
PlayStation, or PC.
Yeah.
I think battle royales are that next trend. It will come
Yes.
and it will go.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, because if I think TJ, you were the one that tweeted that out. Dying Light has added a battle royale mode.
Wait, yeah, Dying of Light has a battle royale mode. Now it's interesting. Change it up to kind of fit the motif of the game,
Right.
with zombies and things. But yeah, I guarantee you. I mean, well, Rockstar talked about adding a battle royale mode in Red Dead 2.
Mhm.
I guarantee you the Division 2 is going to have a battle royale mode. It already kind of did with the first one, with it being like that one man for himself in the Dead Zone
Yeah,
area or Dark Zone.
Dark Zone. Yeah.
But so I mean, literally all they have to do now is just make the Dark Zone better and call it a battle royale mode, and it's going to sell like gangbusters because that's the hot new thing.
And I've also read, that wasn't confirmed, but I think it was an article saying that even Infinity Ward and Treyarch and all them have been very interested in battle royale, makers of Call of Duty.
I mean, dude, you got to look at it, man. It brings in money, it brings in viewers, and at the end of the day, these companies exist to make money so they can make more games.
Yeah, but like TJ was saying, sorry, it's a trend at the end of the day. You know, like the same thing happens with MMO. You know, World of Warcraft set the new trend of, you know, massive multiplayer online games, and everyone tried to replicate the quests and all that, and now
Yeah.
MMOs are like more or less dead. You know,
As we're in an interval.
Yeah, as we're in
No, but
an MMO.
the only big ones being WoW, of course, Final Fantasy 14, and maybe Elder Scrolls. You know, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Hey, Guild Wars 2 maybe.
Yeah, what's true? Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely a trend.
yeah, because like I said, that just kind of came to me as I was reading through stuff.
What about Gorgon?
You guys ever play EverQuest?
So
really
here's
want-
another thing.
All right.
You was talking about like a nerd, like what was considered a nerd back in our parents' time is completely different from now.
Yeah.
Now that's considered like successful.
Yeah, like these guys are the ones making all the cool stuff.
Right. I mean, but it's like when you think of Kweh, like, oh, the football player who has sex with cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You know.
So
And
yeah,
now it's the guy in the Captain America shirt who got super ripped because he loves Captain America so much.
no, that's called steroids, sir, and science experiments.
That's called my dream. Don't you take that away from me.
Yeah, because I remember back then, people would look at me funny for like playing Yu-Gi-Oh or like watching nerdy movies or playing nerdy games, whatever. And now, like, if I mention, hey, I haven't seen Star Wars or anything or Star Trek, now I'm like, people freak out. I was like,
I was
what?
that guy. I freaked out at you.
Yeah, and yeah, for you guys that are watching, I haven't seen those. I'm gonna take a hit in the comments probably.
Then you also gotta think. I mean, who you're around? You know, like me and TJ. You know, we work in an electronics store. You know, we're around a bunch of nerds. You are on the internet and went to like a nice college for games. So it's like we've been around a lot of nerds, shall I say? So
Yeah.
it's like we are around that.
I will say, working at a grocery store, I work around a lot of older people, and they do put you down for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So it's just a different generational gap, I guess.
yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
like-
mention that because I work in a grocery store too, and I work with a bunch of older people. And every time I mention that I went to school to make video games or whatever, they just kind of give you that funny look. So I guess
Right.
the older people still follow that.
I think it's a
we
generational
need to
thing,
kill them all.
and also a cultural thing, because at least here in my country, nerds, or like people who enjoy video games, are like the minority.
Mhm.
For example, in my college, I've only met one gamer out of like the 200 people I met.
Wow.
Damn.
And he
Yeah.
lives all the way in Texas.
So yeah, I think it's a cultural thing as well.
Right.
That's interesting, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the game studios are, I say a lot of them are North America and like Europe, you know?
Right.
You know, there's a lot of Canadian studios, a lot of like United States studios. There's a few in Mexico, not a whole lot really, but there's a few. And then shit ton in UK. And then, I mean, there's a few South American companies, like game development companies, but not nearly the amount of like Canada, UK, and
I have never ever seen a video game made here in Chile.
You could be
Yeah.
the first, Maddie. You could be
yeah,
the first.
Maddie, you could be the one.
I'm not a programmer.
And real quick, going back to the Fortnite thing, I guess stuff like that kind of makes it okay to come out and say you like this kind of stuff. Like if you see your favorite celebrity or whatever doing it, I guess they kind of made it okay, which is also, like I said, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is though, is like with it being a trend, these fans too will pass. They will leave the medium. They will no longer play like a game. Like some of them will stay, right? There's always those outliers who are like, oh man, I really got introduced to a new hobby.
Yeah.
And I really like it.
Team Fortress 2.
I'm gonna keep playing it. But there's also a lot of those people who are like, oh, Drake's no longer playing Fortnite. He's rapping again. Let's go back to that. And then,
Yeah.
like, but also like, who knows, man? That this could really be something that like Drake latches onto and really starts tweeting about like the new Animal Crossing on Switch and how he wants it to happen. And then like people are like, what is this Animal Crossing on Switch? And then like long shot, but that could happen. Like he could become a real fan.
In a way, that's cool, but also a part of me, after growing up playing video games and everything, and watching how it's evolved.
Yeah.
A part of me feels like they're just doing it for publicity and money and all that stuff. Because it's cool, like I said, because it is a trend. Because
Yeah.
it's
Wait,
cool at the end of the day.
Was the Drake thing a sponsor or just?
No, it was supposedly, well, it's not officially that it was a sponsored thing. I do think that people got together and was like, hey, let's take one of the world's biggest rappers and hey, let's take the world's biggest streamer and let's play the world's biggest game. Like it's an equation that solves itself.
Yeah.
I wanna see Tommy Wiseau playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know the whole Drake thing, if it was planned or not, or how it happened. I kind of just woke up and saw Twitter blowing up about it. I don't know the specifics of it, but yeah.
He gets he shoots the guy. I hit her.
Yes.
I would actually watch that. That would be amazing.
Oh god, if he streamed, dude, I'd subscribe.
I'll
Dude,
follow him on Twitter.
yeah, he has it on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think he just promotes his new movie though.
Oh yeah. But anyway,
But yeah, I think it'll pass, man. That's how this stuff goes.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see where it leads and like what other things come out of it.
So I actually, you know what, Jose, I have a question because, we're talking about trends and games going into trends. It was
Right.
first-person shooters for a long time. It was MOBAs. Now it's kind of this battle royale thing.
Mhm.
You play a MOBA almost religiously,
I do.
right? So
Yeah.
what is your opinion of, let's say, if a celebrity came in and because you I think have a more personal attachment to a MOBA because you play it. Like I don't think any of us here play Fortnite the level that Jose plays Smite.
Yeah.
That MOBA, right?
Yeah.
So what would you do if all of a sudden a celebrity that you really like started playing Smite specifically?
Well, let's
What
make
would
it personal. What's the celebrity you really like?
Celebrity I really like. God.
Will Smith, right?
Yeah, Will Smith's pretty cool. I like Will
you-
Smith.
Who doesn't like Will Smith, man?
Yeah, you're weird if you don't like Will Smith. But anyway, yeah. So if Will Smith started playing Smite, that'd be pretty fucking amazing, dude.
Oh, I mean, I loved it when Terry Crews was all about Overwatch. Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. He
Oh,
built
yeah.
his own PC and everything, and like was going at it. That was fun
Dude,
to watch.
That made me not only like Terry Crews more, but like it had my eye on Overwatch more too.
Yeah. So if they genuinely enjoy it and like really want to be a part of it, then I'm all for that. But if they're just doing it for a quick publicity stunt or whatever, then that's kind of where I kind of have mixed feelings about it.
That's why it's like they're gonna do it, but they're gonna not get caught. So it's like you never know if it's genuine or not.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Well, that's like
I mean,
that's like with a lot of things, man. Like so many like content creators on YouTube have to disclose like, oh, like this is sponsored, yada yada yada. How come we don't hold like other celebrities or like streamers to that same regard? Like there are some YouTubers I watch that if they don't disclose that a game was provided to them by a developer, and that, you know, take our opinion with a grain of salt, we did not pay for this game, the developer likes us, so they gave us the game. If they don't disclose that information, they get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Like it's you know, it's like, oh, they're only talking good about it because they're in tight. It's a sponsorship thing. Like I feel as if people on Twitch and other celebrities should just be held to the same standard, you know?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
at a certain point, you just don't care. It's all about money. Screw you.
that's kind of like, that's the PewDiePie
Yeah.
mentality.
I love PewDiePie.
But,
Speaking of trends, let's hope that one dies out.
oh god.
What are you talking about?
See,
I'm kidding.
I'm not the biggest fan of PewDiePie, but his videos are enjoyable sometimes. And I haven't kept up with him enough to know like all about him.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that list, Colton.
So here's the thing, TJ. Every video I feel has a joke from the last 5 videos, so I think you just need to start watching, okay? Just start watching. Maddie, what do you say?
Sure.
See, he agrees with me. See, I'm the smart one, and I know what I'm talking about, and I can't find the emote to be funny.
You're
so I'm
wearing
just
an
gonna look
egg.
at you.
Yeah, you know, Maddie is wearing glasses. He's a cultured, sophisticated man. You're wearing an egg hat.
Fair enough. And he was also on the floor a minute ago drunk.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't drunk, okay?
I love that.
But yeah, that was my discussion for the Fortnite thing. Do you guys have anything else?
Not really, man. I mean, not really anybody.
How about them Cowboys, huh?
No. God.
I don't know. I like PewDiePie's videos. They're silly. Lots of good editing.
I don't know. The ones that I've been watching are the ones you showed me, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah, I haven't watched him enough to really like render a verdict. I've watched maybe 4 videos, and every time I see him, I don't know, man. I just don't get. I guess that's not fair for me to say, right? I was about to say that I don't get the appeal, but I know there are some YouTubers I watch that people just don't understand why.
Super mega.
Exactly. Super Mega or like Funhouse. There's just some, I guess, and I'll concede. And to Colton's point, you know, I'm sorry, I went AFK. I didn't want to like leave or something, but to like Colton's point,
so Diane.
Diane, move around.
Or just move your. You don't have to move around. Just move the camera a little.
Diane, your soul has left your body.
She's back.
Um,
Okay.
Ah, there she goes.
But to Colton's point, like I guess you just get invested in a person, a personality, a story, or whatever, and you start to grow attached to that person. So maybe that's what Colton has with
Yeah.
PewDiePie, whereas me and Jose haven't put in that time or that effort to really care.
Because half his videos are inside jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
oh,
I
haha, I remember that.
Yeah, you would have to be his fan for a while just to get his stuff, I guess.
I mean, about a month would do you good. You'll get it by then.
Oh, no, I
So-
think me and TJ watch Funhouse a lot like that too, don't we?
yeah, I mean, I love Funhouse, man.
Yeah, me too.
They're-
Funhouse is amazing.
Funhouse
And-
is okay, but it's like meh.
Yeah,
so I'm kind
that's
of like that.
yeah, that's the same. But if I have a question, like if you had to describe what PewDiePie's videos are, like what's a series he has and what is it? You know, like what does it entail?
It's pretty much looking at memes.
Okay, and that's entertaining
Okay,
for you, right?
uh-huh. Nice. So I have a question for Colton.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of the stuff that I've seen so far of PewDiePie is definitely not like his original stuff that he started out with.
Oh, for sure.
So to me, it kind of feels like he's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like he's trying anymore. I guess, I don't know if that's fair to me for me to say. I haven't been watching him or anything. I'm not like
I
a huge
feel
fan
like
of him.
his editors do more work than he does.
Because a lot of his stuff is not even game. It's like just him in a room just looking at memes. I was like, to me, that's
Yep.
kind of like, I don't really care about everything anymore. I'm just kind of going to do it. This is what I like.
Well, do you think
Yeah.
in his case that he knows that he can just upload a video Like literally shit out a video and it will get millions of views.
Yeah.
So like, why try?
Yeah, that's kind of the mentality I think he has.
There's
It's like-
that, and also the fact that it's like, well, I mean, I'm already set for life, and YouTube kind of screwed me over because of all that stuff. So I'm just gonna enjoy my time.
I don't know. Part of me feels like it's I don't know. This is probably gonna sound bad, but a little bit unfair to his viewers and his fans.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Like if you're in that position and you have that much power, for you just to be like, I don't care. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the signs that someone doesn't care about their video?
I mean, just the stuff that he's doing. I guess. I mean, he started out doing like what gaming videos and stuff like that, and now he just stands in a room looking at memes.
But it's funny 'cause that's what I prefer.
I mean, the editing is really cool and everything, but to be honest, I don't find his jokes or his commentary that entertaining.
Well, so here's the other thing: is like, and to Colton's question of like, how can you tell if someone doesn't care?
Right.
That's hard to tell, but like,
Yeah.
if the best part of his video is the editing, and let's be real, he doesn't have anything to do with the editing process. He may have in the early days when it was just him, but like,
Right. Now he has like 2 editors.
yeah, exactly. So like, those are the guys I feel like putting in like the work. Like, and let's be fair, it's not easy to just get in front of a camera and a microphone and talk into the internet.
Right.
It's not easy to do that. But
We all stop and look at the camera right now.
But yeah, I agree.
So Maddie, what's your opinion?
I think he's going through a midlife crisis.
yeah.
He is changing a lot of his like old, I don't know how to call it, like pattern, because given his history with YouTube, he has been, he lost a lot, with the whole controversy and whatnot.
Mhm.
He's probably so disappointed and so disillusioned with the whole platform. He's like, I don't care anymore about this.
Yeah.
That's what I think, at least. Now, I don't think he's doing it like, maybe he's doing it out of spite with YouTube. I don't know, but he's definitely focusing his energy towards other projects right now. Like, for example, he recently started off like a clothing thing with his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's probably branching out from YouTube, given his history with how YouTube tends to be so uptight with his, with their norms or whatever.
So, here's basically a rundown of his different series. One right now is meme review.
That's the one I've
Meme
been watching.
review. And it's funny, me and Jared at work, I'll hear Jared go, and I'll say meme review and vice versa. So it's pretty funny.
That's funny.
But so that's just basically reviewing like the popular memes going on around, like oh, Uganda Knuckles. So he talks about it, he looks through a few of them, he rates it, blah blah blah, and sometimes his rating is a joke, but it's entertaining. His
Like
second,
he rates it 5 starving children out of 5.
or it might be he rates it spaghetti. Who knows? But whatever.
Okay.
That's a beautiful
So-
rating system.
So his second series is Lawai. Anyone here watch Jack's films?
Ooh,
Nope.
I can't say that I do.
Jack's films, basically, he has a show called Yai, to where it's yesterday I asked you, and then he asks a question, and basically people in the comments, answer. And he has like this whole little jingle at the front.
So it's reading YouTube comments.
Yes, and answering this question. And a lot of times people just put clever, funny stuff, and it's really entertaining to watch.
I mean, that sounds like, never mind. That sounds like what Ray William Johnson used to do at the end of his videos.
Yeah.
It's literally that. But, some
Hashtag
more
bring back Ray.
creativity. And he's like on episode 300 or something, I don't know.
Oh, damn.
So PewDiePie did the exact same thing called Lawai. So last week I asked you, and so it's pretty much the same thing. And he even stole the jingle and everything, like a fan did it, so he put it in his video now. So it's obviously a ripoff, and Jack and PewDiePie both know each other, so they joked about it and everything.
I think the
So
thing about
Jack's okay with it, right?
Yeah. No, like it was like a whole big joke, like because a fan basically said, "Hey, this show's a lot like Jack's," and made like a fake intro. So now PewDiePie embraces it, like, "Oh yeah, I'm copying. Jack copied me actually. How dare he copy me?" And Jack is like, "Yep, I copied him."
That's
I think
funny.
the the thing about PewDiePie is that he has been in the spotlight for so long that no matter what he does, someone will criticize about his work. You know,
Yeah.
something. Oh no, you say the N word. Or, oh no, you blinked twice. You know, so at the end of the day, it's like, well, I cannot do whatever I want because I'm gonna get like crap regardless. So it's like, I feel like he's going through that, you know, stage of like, oh whatever, I don't care anymore, and just have fun.
And I don't bash,
know,
I don't bash PewDiePie, and I don't blame him for anything. Like I don't know. It just doesn't entertain me, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't go out of my way to like hate on his content. Like I'm not. You know how you see those people on YouTube comments who it's like, "Oh, I hate this person. I hate them so much." It's like, motherfucker, why are you here? Then?
This
Yeah,
is
they took
one
the time to
channel-
get on there.
This is one channel I really hate. It's my most hated channel. I think it's like J.R Warlock or something.
Oh, God. Yeah, fuck that guy.
But no, like, yeah, his Little Y series, it basically, people make memes on his subreddit, and he looks at them and he's like, oh, that's a good joke. And sometimes there's some really good stuff in there, sometimes it's really bad, and he makes fun of it. His third show
Okay.
is Pew News. Pew, 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 pew. So basically, he just talks about the happenings going on around the internet and everything, what's going on. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes he's more serious, so it's pretty interesting.
So I have a
I
question.
Go
Huh?
on.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So the one where he's going to his subreddit and I guess looking at jokes that are made for him by
Mhm.
his viewers, right? Like
Yes.
just very quick, does that not seem like a little self-centered?
Oh no, it's very funny because like a lot of people would, you know, like you see the meme with Drake to where he's like, oh, I don't like that, and then it shows that, you know, him pointing at something he does like,
Yeah.
and so they Photoshop PewDiePie's face on. It's like original content, I don't like that. Getting fans to make your content for you, I like that. And PewDie's like, yeah, I fully support that. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
But going back to the point, I think that other YouTubers have done like a lot worse than PewDiePie, and they only get like a slap on the wrist, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas PewDiePie, they took away his show, you know, they took away his partnership with Disney. It's like, come on. I think it reaches a point where whoever is regulating all those rules is just doing it out of pleasure or something. You know?
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. I mean, the dude's obviously huge on YouTube, so I don't know.
Right.
It kind of feels like they try to make an example out of him.
Right.
Yeah, you know, yeah, but it doesn't seem fair, you know, because like I said, other YouTubers do that and even worse.
Dude,
and they
no,
only
it's
get a
like
slap on the
YouTube
wrist.
has favoritism. Cause like,
Yeah.
remember that the news of like somebody was like getting Logan Paul you know, offered to them when they've never watched one of his videos. I recently saw that I was subscribed to Keemstar, and I have never subscribed to him. I hate Keemstar, and I'm subscribed.
Today
I've never
I
done that.
found out I was subscribed to Markiplier despite unsubscribing like a long time ago. I don't know how that happened.
Really?
You know? Yeah, and I guess the platform just subscribed me automatically. I don't know why.
Shit, I wish
You
YouTube
know,
would have subscribers to my channel automatically. That'd be amazing.
Not that I hate Markiplier or anything, it's just not my style. But you know,
Yeah.
Colton is like correct when it says there's a certain favoritism. You know?
I think a lot of YouTubers have realized that now too, because I follow Boogie2988 on Twitter, and he was talking about how he made a video criticizing YouTube, and a lot of his subs or his viewers didn't get to see that video because YouTube's algorithm or whatever separated it, I guess. And then he made
Wow.
another video not criticizing YouTube or anything, and everybody saw that video just fine. According to
Yeah,
him,
like-
I don't know if that's true or not, but that kind of
Like but like the whole thing with Logan Paul, you know, that thing, he should have been banned from the platform. You know, recording a person,
yeah,
you know,
that was
society or whatever, like
that was pretty
hanging out or
extreme.
whatever. And he only got like, oh, here's a slap on the wrist. It's like,
Yeah,
come on.
Next
that is-
video,
that
let's tase a rat.
yeah, that was pretty extreme what he did. I
You
still
know?
can't believe that actually made it past.
So I guess my question is, what would you want to happen to these people? That
I prefer that this never happens in the first place.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean nobody wants to see like people get like go down that
I
path. I,
think-
guess because there was a
think
lot
that-
of there was a lot of people that were like super pissed at him, and there was a lot of people who were saying that, oh, I mean, he made a mistake, he can learn and be a better person. So I kind of lean towards the latter.
He didn't.
Yeah,
but I
obviously he
think
didn't.
that
But
in that case, you should have the equal treatment to everyone. You know,
Yeah.
you make the same mistake, everyone gets the equal treatment. You know, it's fair that way.
yeah.
Money,
money,
Well,
money,
that's the other thing. Is like
money,
you-
money,
I mean,
money.
we all acknowledge that someone like PewDiePie is held to a high standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that the reason he was obviously punished as hard as he was by getting his show taken away from him and like getting the whole Disney deal falling through because he is such a big star, right?
Right.
He cost YouTube money. That's why Logan did not cost YouTube anything.
I mean, are you sure about that?
I mean,
Yeah, because they
YouTube
started
got-
pulling ads because of PewDiePie. Well, not just because of him, but that was the biggest published event. So
I would agree with that because he did have a show with YouTube, and having to cancel all that, I'm pretty sure YouTube lost a pretty good bit of
after
money.
he finished filming,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube lost a pretty good bit of money after that.
I mean, given all that, I'll probably react the same way as him,
Yeah.
and start doing like crappy videos or. No, that sounds mean. Not crappy videos. I'm sorry, but start doing like content a lot different from what I used to because like whatever, it doesn't matter anymore.
I feel like
because
it's a
I'm gonna
low
get
tier.
monetized.
it's a low tier kind of video that's actually really high quality, but it's like it's like a high quality, low quality. It's a lot of work put into a low quality look.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a style. Do you think PewDiePie will ever move past YouTube and like just exist in a different ecosystem?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he can if he really wanted
he'll.
No,
I
I know.
think he'll probably branch out.
to. I actually kind of hope he does. I mean, like I said, I don't want to see anybody like go down.
He
Well, the thing-
deleted his channel.
The thing about
I remember
the
that.
thing about YouTube in general is that it's such an unstable job. We never know when the platform is gonna disappear out of nowhere, and that leads a lot of people out of job.
By
Yeah,
algorithm.
So I think it's a really smart and prudent move for all these YouTubers to have somewhere to fall back to,
Well, I think it's really kind of weird. I was going to use Super Mega as a reference. Like, their primary means of income is not their YouTube channel, right?
Right.
Their primary means of income is they edit for other YouTubers, but it's like an Ouroboros. It's a snake eating its back end,
It's
right?
still
It's a
YouTube
cycle.
dependent.
Yeah, it's still YouTube dependent. But that being said, with when you have under your belt that you've uploaded and edited thousands of videos, like you could go to any like TV production company,
Right.
commercial production company, and be like, hey man, I've been doing this for 5 years every single day, nonstop churning out these videos. Like I feel like the people that do the editing and the more technical side are absolutely fine. The people that are purely the personalities now at this point, all they have to go off of is their name. And let's be real, like that can only get you so far, I think.
Right.
And for stability.
You also
Just
have
like
to
Ray William Johnson.
go on.
No, I was just gonna say he was a pretty big YouTuber in general, and he branched out to like I don't know TV or something, and now he's like inexistent.
Yeah,
Who is it?
Ray William Johnson.
Ray William
He
Johnson?
does like skits
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook. I think he does stand-up comedy and stuff now too. He tours.
I
Yeah.
would totally watch him. I
Like,
love that man.
He still does vlogs
That
on
short
YouTube,
little
but that's
man.
about it.
I haven't heard from him since like 2005.
If you follow him on Facebook, he releases a lot of his skits and stuff. on
Yeah,
there.
He should play Fortnite.
No.
Everybody, Ray William Johnson is making a comeback. New called Equals 3 Gaming. All right, this week we started with a little indie game. You probably never heard of it. It's called Fortnite.
I would love to watch that. If he actually did that, that would be amazing. Equals 3 Gaming would be hilarious.
Oh man. But then again, that's going back to jumping on a trend. Like,
Yeah.
it would definitely come off as disingenuine at that point. I feel like
Yeah, dude's been
Like,
non-existent on YouTube for a long time, and he just comes back for Fortnite.
comes back once again, big YouTuber, like ex-big YouTuber, coming back playing the most popular game on Twitch, YouTube, everything. Like I can read between the lines.
Right. Diane, you're AFK. Move your camera.
Yeah, Dan, you've been pretty quiet. What's your opinions?
I hate all of you.
I really don't watch much gaming videos, and my sense of humor is different, I think. So he doesn't really appeal to me. Super Mega doesn't really. I watch it if it's on, but
She's forced to watch it because TJ.
Yep.
I don't go out to watch it. That's my thing.
I will say, like, yeah, definitely in Diane's defense, she doesn't really watch a lot of YouTube. She's not like a YouTube person. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And
But the stuff that you do watch on YouTube, like, what do you enjoy?
Y'all are gonna make fun of me, but I like the Reacts channel. That's just my thing.
Oh,
I
that's
like
cool.
Elder's
Yeah.
React.
Oh, Elder's React.
Yeah,
I love
Elder-
the channel.
Elder's React is probably my favorite out of the whole series.
Yeah, because you like to see old cryptic people with their strange old ways.
Some of the people aren't even that old. They're like in their 40s.
That's not very nice.
Hey, some elder people are really cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah, some people on the show are pretty cool too. Like they get really
that
into it.
reminds me of Jesus.
Oh god.
I remember when I got my first car. It was a Brontosaurus.
Oh, React channel's
And
pretty
now
cool.
you made Jonathan leave.
And wait.
He was an old man. He got offended.
I like React channel. I'm
Yeah.
subbed to there. But like I said, the only one I watch is Elder's React.
I like the Fine Brothers, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
We
therapy.
watch a lot of Vines, so.
Yeah. Oh god.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
that guy you retweeted on Twitter, he's really funny.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes,
that,
what's his name?
I forgot his name.
Prod something.
Is it the
Yeah.
Asian kid?
Prosy, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
He's
He's
so good.
hilarious.
I have Twitter for it right now. Let me go to my following.
Dude, some of the stuff that he releases is just like, what?
He did
Yeah.
something about algorithms was hilarious. I just couldn't help, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about. But
Name
And
is
then
someone
Arby.
Cho. Sorry.
Arby's came out. He did an ad. It says, like Twitter, the way it does is, oh, it's things you've missed. And like, I really didn't want to see that. Why can't I just see everything in order instead of what is happened like 2 days ago? And then an Arby's ad, and then Arby's went and did an ad from him.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
That's awesome.
These
Yeah.
algorithms.
kinda
But yeah, I think that's Diane's more of her sense of, I guess, content that she likes to watch. I don't know.
so yeah. So and here's another thing, Diane. I was surprised. So you know you like RPGs and everything, right? Obviously, you're playing one right now.
hmm
You liked Monster Hunter, but what other games
Yeah.
do you like?
I really like Breath of the Wild. I like
everyone
visual
does.
novels.
Okay.
Visual novels are my thing. So,
So,
TJ makes
yeah.
fun of me, but-
And that's what inspired me. So what's about visual novels do you like?
Yeah. I would like to know about visual novels. 'Cause I've been seeing a lot of stuff recently.
I mean,
Doki
you
Doki
still
Literature Club.
haven't. You still haven't played that, Diane. You need to play that, Diane. You need to play. If you like visual novels, you will like that one, Diane.
Oh my god.
This was supposed to be a non-violent show. That. Oh.
Diane. Okay, I'm done.
Teacher's like, back away, shoo.
Shoot. But no, you should play it, Diane. Make a let's play,
Okay.
please.
We're talking about Doki Doki, right?
Yeah, Doki Doki, dude.
I heard a lot about that one when it was coming out and how everybody was playing it. I had no idea what it was.
Me and
Doki
Matt.
Doki is... Sorry, go on.
Go ahead, Maddie. I was just gonna say that me and
Colton, you cannot say go ahead and then talk right after me.
I was just gonna say that me and Maddie have watched it and enjoy it.
Yes. But
Okay.
it's also just the publicity stunt for another game they're making.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody was saying it's a visual novel. I was like, what the fuck is a visual
Yeah.
novel?
It made me and Maddie cry pretty much
Oh,
at the
God.
end.
Diane, what
You have
is a
enough room?
visual novel?
Yeah, Diane, please
It's-
explain.
It started out as dating sims, and that's what a majority of them are. But they're not all that. Like Danganronpa is not a dating sim.
Ooh, Danganronpa's
And-
great.
Danganronpa is a really, really good visual
TJ,
novel.
What?
Dream Daddy.
Oh no,
Daddy
I've heard
is-
of that one.
That's a good one too.
Dream Daddy's a dating sim. So,
Yeah.
but it's basically like an interactive story, I guess you would kind of say. But it's got a lot of puzzles in it. The
I've
ones
seen
I've
the Pokemon
played.
battle.
Yeah.
The
So
It's usually a Telltale game without that much animation, pretty much.
well, you mean yeah? There's choices, and from what I've noticed, I've only ever played. I guess visual novels I played are Danganronpa. That's it, Diane, right?
yeah, you didn't play I played the Zero Escape games. I haven't played the third one, but I played the first two. They were really good.
The like the gameplay is more of like, okay, making choices to I guess progress the story in a positive or negative way depending on your outcome, and then there are typically puzzles involved. in almost all of them. Like you have to solve this puzzle so like you get this outcome or don't get this outcome. But really, like the visual novel side of it kind of reminds me more of like Persona, to be honest. And I know that kind of piques Maddie's interest.
Yes.
Where you're talking to people, you're
Sorry, his
building-
ears twitch.
you're building and forging relationships with people. If you say the wrong thing, you can get like the wrong ending or lose that relationship. But then there's like, whereas Persona goes more into like a traditional JRPG route for its gameplay, visual novels go into like a puzzle for its gameplay.
So a lot of visual novels are like anime style, I think, right?
Yeah.
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 Like I played 999, and you're basically stuck in a ship, and you're trying to find your way out. And to get the true ending, you have to beat the game 9 times to get the
God.
true
Yeah.
ending.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
also Honey Pop.
I've seen Markiplier play that one.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
never played
think a good analogy would be, or a good comparison would be like choose your own adventures game. No,
Yeah.
not games, sorry, books. No,
Yeah.
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 the kind you would find in the school library.
Except these ones usually have hot boys.
So, yeah.
Diane,
Yeah.
how many of them have you played that had swimsuit guys?
Oh no.
None.
Go to
How many do
Diane.
you wish you played that had swimsuit guys?
Go to Diane's Twitter page and look at her cover photo and read her description. She has an
know what?
unhealthy obsession with anime boys.
I'm taking a picture of my office right now that has Diane's posters in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload it.
Jose, put this in the video.
It's going in the video.
But no, Diane, listen to me. Listen to me, Diane. Listen. Listen.
He just went all over the couch.
You need to play Toki. That's all.
Okay, going on that, like, since they are like an anime style, that's probably why I don't play them. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
man, but I haven't been too interested in anime for a while now.
You're not a filthy weeb.
No, I mean,
Hey.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
Know, I don't know why. That's
but,
that's what's keeping me away from trying out these kinds of games.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No,
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's an
Yeah,
anime.
but it's an older anime, and this is kind of the
No.
thing.
How's that
It's
different?
still an anime.
I know, but look at
Just
anime.
because a
look-
person's older, does that mean they're not a person anymore? I
you're not even a human in game. No, I'm talking about like anime back
Neither are you.
compared to today's anime and the way it is. I don't know. I can't do it.
Senpai?
Yeah, that,
Okay, so
I don't know.
I
that
do
kind of
agree.
stuff turns me away.
I will agree. Anime today has a little too much fan service for my taste, and I try to look past it. So it's hard for me to find a good one. But when I do, that's what I search for. That's why I have that 3-episode limit.
Uh-huh.
If it has too much fan service or something like that, I just drop it.
Yeah, everything I pretty much find out there is pretty much the same.
Wait, what would you consider fan service?
Massive boobies.
Not just that. Japan's weird with like they find falling down to be like sexy. It's weird, but you see it everywhere. Like all the girls, you'll find it. They always
like
fall
clumsy or
down.
whatever.
Yeah, the clumsy.
The clumsy is supposed to be sexy or whatever, and I don't agree with that. I'm like, that's stupid. I don't
I'm
understand.
the sexiest motherfucker in this room then.
You'll say it.
I guess. Yeah, I guess the kind of clumsy thing is very attractive in Japan, maybe, or to freaking people here, I guess.
okay, hold on. I'm just gonna say, okay, you see your chocobo just kind of jumping up back there?
Yeah.
So I had my camera kind of like behind you over your shoulder looking at me. All I see is a little head pop up. Hey! Hey!
He's trying to be in the conversation.
Yeah, he just keeps popping up. Okay, sorry. That was just funny.
I don't know. I have a weird love-hate relationship with anime right now. I've been wanting to get back
Yeah.
into it, but I just can't find a good one. I can't sit and watch it. Like, I feel so uncomfortable
Yeah.
sometimes.
I remember the first time I saw something fan servicey. It was a long time ago, and I had someone show me something. I think I was at their house, and like, look at this, look at my favorite anime, and it was High School of the Dead, I think.
I
that's-
showed you that in confidence. You were supposed to tell anybody. Colton.
I've seen that.
No,
I
and
saw
that
that
was
a long time ago.
basically just a softcore porn video with zombies
Oh my
sometimes.
god.
Yeah, it's known for its fan service. It's like one of the most known fan service anime
What?
out there.
One thing I really dislike about anime fans, and
10 out
if
of 10.
anyone if any of you do this, please don't. Nothing against you. Is when people start talking. Oh, my favorite anime is like insert an incomprehensible Japanese name that you don't understand.
Yeah, I hate when people do
Where
that.
it's like, oh, my favorite is anime is blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, there's like an English name. Why don't you use that?
Yeah,
Am I alone on that?
Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
Well, I mean, so what I'll say to that is, being into like, I'm gonna bring it back to like comic books a little bit. You have your hardcore fans like, oh, my favorite superhero is Captain Marvel. It's like, oh, do you mean Captain Marvel from DC before when the Marvel made it change his name to Shazam, or do you mean Captain Marvel from the Marvel universe, or do you mean Marvel, the Kree overlord? It's like you have certain.
Or
people-
do you mean Captain America?
But I think it's a little different because we're just talking about the title of the anime, you know?
Yeah,
like-
but I feel like there are people
I
that
was-
are so like.
Maddie,
just-
was you never taught to not judge a book by its cover?
They're being a snob about it. That's what annoys me.
TJ,
yeah,
they're-
that's.
anime fans are known to be elitist. That's just they're like deep, and a lot of them can be elitist.
I mean,
I'm
look at
I'm
Nino
not that way.
I remember reading a Reddit comment. I don't remember the context exactly, but it was like, "Oh, this reminds me of like whatever Japanese name it was," and the guy replied, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh my god, you don't know what that is? Well, let me educate you." It's like, "Oh."
Yeah, I remember watching a video where this girl was talking about like her anime list or whatever. And she was just naming off all this stuff, like, and it was actually pretty impressive. She was doing it fluently, like all these names, and I couldn't keep up. And at the end of it, I was just like, "Bitch, why don't you just say the English version? Make it easier on both of us."
Right?
I was like, I don't need to feel inferior to you, just because you know how to speak a few words in Japanese and know all these animes.
Those are what we call weeaboos. Oh no, it's Weeaboo Jones!
And
God.
bringing back filthy Frank memories.
Rip.
Weeaboo
Well,
videos.
well, like I was saying, I just feel like there are unfortunately gatekeepers to every aspect of like nerdy culture, and those shouldn't mar what your perception of what that like nerdiness is about. You know?
Yeah, I know. No, anime is like that. There are some very good ones, like Diane was saying.
Yeah.
As long as
I
you
mean-
go out and find them. It's just saying that kind of, since the way most of it is nowadays, it kind of turns me away, and it kind of sucks because I did want to. I was interested in that Doki Doki Literature Club. Everybody was talking about it, said it's a really good game, and I like the idea of going like into the game files and solving puzzles that way. That's pretty cool. But just the fact, after I saw like screenshots of any gameplay, I was like, it's just a bunch of high school anime girls, and that's all it is. And
It's worth it.
it's so annoying. Like there has to be something different that people can do.
It's worth it.
But at the same time, that's what's popular, I guess. And just
I
kinda
mean,
have to deal
I
with
guess
it.
there are some Western visual novels out there. I would assume so.
I don't
That
know.
doesn't have the Japanese tropes.
Yeah, it's
The Dream Daddy, for example,
Yeah,
that's a
Dream
Western
Daddy.
game.
yeah. But I think most visual novels like have Japanese. They come from Japan, right, Diane?
Yeah.
I don't know why it took you so long to get over here. Wait, what? Oh. I was like, where'd he go? Hey, three of you fit.
I'm squished.
There we go.
Now he's all by himself.
Well, at least he got the couch
That's the
found.
way I like it.
His knees are probably
Wow.
hurting. He had his knees bent over there.
What? You freaking cat.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try a visual novel eventually.
I mean, really, I would say one to start with. Just I don't have a huge like library of recommendations on it, but I did play Danganronpa, and it was really good.
What is that one anyway? I thought that was just like an action game. I didn't know it was a visual novel.
Yeah, it's
Action.
Okay,
Diane, explain it.
Explain.
so you wake up and you're like in a room and you don't know where you are, and you're called to an auditorium, and you're told you're in a school, and the only way you can escape the school is by killing your other classmates.
And getting away with it.
What?
And getting away with it, yeah, and getting away with it.
Sounds like
if you
Doki
get-
to me.
If you get caught, you get publicly executed. And there's a mystery of why you're locked in this school, and I don't want to give away all the details.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
Maddie.
it's like-
I know one that they should play. It starts with black. Okay, go on. Go on, TJ. Go on.
I want to know this game.
Nope. Go on, TJ.
No, I'm purely curious in this game now.
I will log out of this game.
My entire life motivation now is to play this fucking game.
Oh my god. All you heard was the first part of the title.
I love things that are black.
What, Diane? How do you feel about this?
Yes, it was par for the course, right?
Oh yeah.
Call it episode 1.
This is episode 1 of the Tales of Kweh podcast. Real quick, if you guys watch this, feel free to leave a like if you dislike it, and leave us some comments. We would really like some feedback. This is our first time trying something like this.
Can I leave a racist comment?
Absolutely, it's the internet. You can say whatever you want because you don't actually exist.
Yeah.
Yay!
Alright, bye!
Yeah, if you like this, leave us some feedback, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I need more
Bye.
Freck in it.